Hey everybody, it is Professor Parish, and I hope you're having a great week. In English 122 this week, we are still in the midst of week 12. I realize I'm posting this video a little bit earlier than usual, but I wanted to go ahead and get it out there. We don't have any more drama chapters to talk about this week, so this should be a relatively short video. I just want to do some housekeeping things, talk about this week and next week, and just give you a couple of heads ups about things to do with our class. So going to our course content for week 12, that's this current week. So if you've not watched the week 12 video that I posted on Sunday, please do so. I'm going to scroll down here to, I'm recording this video Friday, so it's still week 12. So if you've not done the MLA Dropbox or the week 12 discussion forum post, please do so. But we're going to talk about week 13. For this week here, there's 3 assignments. Obviously, your paper number 3, that draft is due by Sunday, November 10th. So please make sure that you post that by Sunday night. It is worth 100 points. So I've had a couple of students that have missed a few papers. This is not the time to miss a paper because it can drastically hurt your grade. So make sure that you turn something in for paper 3, even if it's not perfect, if it's not complete. Just make sure that you do turn in something in by November 10th, by Sunday night, so that you will get points for that assignment. The drama exam is going to be due by Sunday night as well. The drama exam, I'll pull it up here. It's exactly the same format as our poetry and fiction exam have been. It is not timed. You can save it and go back to it. And if you're not exactly sure what I'm talking about, then go back to our other videos and review what we did for the fiction and poetry exam. But you can save this exam. As you can see, it is only 4 questions. 3 of these questions are short answer / essays. So I'm asking you to describe 2 examples or terms from classic Greek theater. I'm asking you to define and describe 2 examples of Shakespearean theater and their terminology, and then doing the same for modern American drama. So that's a pretty straightforward, 3 straightforward questions, and then you have a matching section as well. And that's it. It's a very short exam, but I do expect that this part describing and defining the 2 terms from each subgenre of drama is going to take you a little bit, and then please pay close attention to the terminology and the answers, because I do get some students that get tripped up on some of the wording of the answers. So pay close attention to that. Like I said, there's not a time limit, so you can always save your progress. You can exit the exam, and then you can always go back to the exam and finish it up and turn it in. Just make sure that if you do exit the exam after saving, that you do this resume button. Don't turn it in unless you're finished, because once you do turn it in, that's the only time. I don't reopen the exams since you have all of this cushion to keep you from accidentally getting out of the exam. So just make sure that you finish it before you turn it in. But that is the exam, and then we have our Dropbox, and then finally we have our week 13 discussion forum. So in the week 13 discussion forum post, you can enter it right here or go to our discussion forum link on our page. And this one's pretty easy this week. Our discussion forum is just asking which terminology you see most often in Greek and in Shakespearean plays. Pick an American drama from our textbook. I like this question a lot, so I want you to pick an American drama. If you're doing an American drama for your paper, you can use it as an example. And basically tell me, if it were written during Shakespeare's time, how would it be different? So some of you answered this question somewhat in your reading response, but I want to see it here on the room so that we can kind of talk about this answer and break it down more, because I think that it'll be interesting seeing you all talk about each of these plays and how they'd be different if they were during Shakespeare's time. And then of the 3 genres, Shakespeare, Greek, and American drama, which do you like the best and why? So a lot of open-ended questions here. I'm curious about your opinions as we conclude drama and move towards our research paper. But I'm very curious to see what you think. Initial posts are due by Friday, the 9th, and then responses are due by Sunday, the 10th. And that date is wrong. It should be Friday the 8th. It should be Friday the 8th and Sunday the 10th. So bear with me that that's not accurate. It is accurate in our course content page, so please just bear that in mind. But that's all coming up. One thing to note about our paper 3, as I scroll down here to week 13, please make sure that you include a works cited page for paper 13, and that you cite our textbook, because you were supposed to do that for paper 2, and a lot of you did, so that was awesome, kudos, but some of you did not cite at all, and I didn't take off a lot with paper 2 or paper 1, but starting with this paper, there's going to be some point deductions, so just make sure you include that in your actual paper. All right. And so finally, the last thing I want to talk about, like I said, this is a short video this week because we don't have anything to go over. The concise Cengage handbook, there are about 6 pages about summarizing, paraphrasing, and quoting sources. If citation concerns you, I would definitely look at this section from our Cengage handbook. It's pretty helpful. So make sure you look at it if you're concerned. But week 14 starts November 11th. So I am actually going to be out of town from November 7th to the 10th. So what I'm going to be doing, since I'm going to be out of town and away from a computer to record, usually I record our lecture videos over the weekend, but since I'll be out of town, what I'm going to do is next week, November 4th, 5th, and 6th, I'm going to record our video for week 14. So I'm going to record it super early, and it's going to be on YouTube. And then on Sunday the 10th, when I usually post lecture videos, I'm going to post the week 14 video on November 10th to our discussion forum, to our announcements, not our discussion forum. So I'm going to be posting it there. So if you get a YouTube notification and you're like, wow, week 14's video is up super early, that's why, because I'm going to be away from my computer. And so I want to go ahead and get it recorded early, but I won't post it to our page until the 10th. So week 14, which is next week, is talking about our research paper. This is going to be a doozy video. So I'm going to tell you all right now that if you know someone in this class and they are not watching these lecture videos, you should tell them they need to watch week 14's video. It's going to be big. It's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. The research paper is my favorite part of our class, and I get really excited talking about it. So I'm excited for you all to hear about what we're going to do for this final paper. So just make sure that you check out that video, and if you feel the need next week, go onto YouTube, see if I posted early, and just go ahead and watch it so you can start brainstorming some ideas. But we are going to be doing more with MLA this last section, a lot more with MLA this last section of our class, because at this point we're running out of things in the textbook to talk about. You should still keep the textbook, and I'll talk about that next week, but we won't have as long of videos about terminology anymore. It's going to be more about the research paper, more about MLA, and fun stuff like that. So I'm excited to read your paper number 3s that are due this weekend. For week 13, I'm excited to read your paper number 3. I'm excited to see what you all picked as your plays and how you broke them down. I did look at your outlines and your thesis statement, but there's so many of them that I tend to forget or get confused. Sometimes I'm like, who's doing what? And then when I actually see a paper, I'm like, oh yeah, you're doing Death of a Salesman. That's right. So I'm excited to read them. And my goal is this weekend to work on grading and try to have your papers graded by early next week since I'll be gone. That's my goal. So if you have any questions, please let me know. But otherwise, I hope you have a great week and weekend. And I'm going to post this video a little early. But otherwise, if you have any questions, let me know. But I'll talk to you all again soon. All right. Have a good week and bye.